Thank you, everybody, for coming to the Aaron Torres Podcast YouTube page. If you could do me a quick favor, see that little subscribe button at the bottom of your screen? Go ahead, click that subscribe button. Really does help our channel grow, our audience grow, and I really do appreciate it more than you know. So click that subscribe button. Appreciate your support. Now, here's the video that you came here for. Right now, it's happening. Right now, there's a lot going on. And so we got to talk about it. And the first team on our late Thursday portal update that I want to talk about, the Louisville freaking Cardinals. Okay, let me tell you this. This was totally organic. It was not my intention. Pat Kelsey, the only way I can describe him, that man is a menace to society, okay? I can't log into social media without Louisville picking up yet another portal commit, and it happened on Thursday yet again. We're going to get to who they got on Thursday, but let's reset the week. Because on Tuesday afternoon, we recorded portal content, okay? By the way, producer Matt, you can pop it. CBB Transfers on Twitter, CBB Transfers on Instagram for all your late-breaking portal news. CBB Transfers on both Instagram and Twitter. I run it. My team runs it. I got some great interns helping me. CBB Transfers on Twitter and Instagram, okay? But so it was funny. Tuesday, we did a portal segment. We think, oh, this is the last portal update we'll have for a while. Louisville, in that segment, gets a commitment from Adrian Woolley, guard from Kennesaw State. And we talked about it. I'm not going to do the whole thing over, but just quick reminder, 18.8 points per game. True freshman, originally from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, was an all-conference freshman team member at Kennesaw State this year. 18.8 points per game, about 3.5 assists per game, 41% three-point shooting. I thought he was low-key one of the most underrated players to enter the portal. Well, I bring it up because Pat Kelsey didn't think he was underrated. He gets the commitment from Adrian Woolley on probably Monday or Tuesday. I guess it was probably Monday. Gets a commitment from him. I think it was Sunday, whatever. Point I'm trying to make. They get the commitment from this kid. By the way, we talked about it at the time. He's from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, okay? So when he entered the portal, listen, I don't accuse anyone of tampering, but I think it felt pretty obvious that Alabama was going to be a player. So yeah, Louisville ends up landing this kid instead. They get him on Monday. We do a portal update on Monday. Here was the funny part. By the time the portal update went live, within like an hour, Pat Kelsey gets another commitment. Ryan Conwell, we have not talked about this one. Xavier guard, played at Indiana State a year ago. Remember, Indiana State NIT runners-up, probably should have been in the NCAA tournament. He goes to Xavier, year one under Sean Miller, 16.6 points per game in the Big East. 6'4" guard. I said it the other day, this is not a knock. If he was 6'7", he'd be a top 10 pick in the NBA. He'd probably already be in the NBA. That's not a knock. It's just a reality. But I just bring it up to very simply say that he is a very talented player, goes to the Big East, immediately has success, 41% shooting from three this year. And so as the Adrian Woolley commitment, as we were talking about it, we get off air 10 seconds later, maybe not 10, but it was probably within 30 minutes. Our guy Ryan Conwell commits. Huge get. I think this is an all ACC caliber player. Now, he's more of an off-the-ball guy. I think Adrian Woolley is going to have the ball in his hands. Mikel Brown Jr., McDonald's All-American, will have the ball in his hands. But I just bring it up because these two kids are total X factors, total difference makers. Ryan Conwell, by the way, I'm helping our Torres on Indiana page. We have a great student, Caleb, who helps run the Torres on Indiana page. But we believed going into the week, Ryan Conwell was going to take a visit to Indiana. He doesn't even get to Indiana. He's from Indianapolis. He commits on the spot with Pat Kelsey and Louisville. Now we got to get to Thursday because it's Final Four. We're sitting there. We're listening to John Shire. We're listening to Kelvin Sampson, Janai Broom, all the big wigs in college basketball, Walter Clayton. And then boom, Pat Kelsey does it again. Isaac McNeely, you see him right there. Listen, I saw somebody put this out on Twitter. When you average 14 a game at Virginia, that's like averaging 70 in other places. Like to average 14 at Virginia is like averaging 32 at Duke or 32 at Alabama, okay? 14 points per game, 43% three-point shooting. By the way, what was the stat? Joe in the chat says the 10th best non-senior three-point shooting percentage. So of returning players, McNeely is number 3, Conwell is number 14, and they took an insane amount of attempts. Great chat by a great comment by Joe there. So McNeely, you can see they're 10th best non-senior three-point shooter, Conwell 14th. So top 15 nationally, basically, in terms of returning three-point shooting, and they both took 243s. And so when you look at this class that is being put together, producer Matt has all of the stats on the bottom of the screen. What is the stat, producer Matt? All three are in the top 15 of 24/7's portal rankings. One, I'm going to do portal rankings at some point. I'm so far behind, and everybody's committing left and right, I can't even keep up with it. But two, three, I don't know if they'd be my top 15, but top 20. Maybe they are the top 15. The point I'm trying to make, these are all really good players, and it's not as though Louisville doesn't have guys coming back. First of all, I mentioned Mikel Brown Jr., McDonald's All-American. What is he? Louisville fans, correct me. What is he? Highest rated recruit since, is Samardo Samuels the name? I think it might be Samardo Samuels. Remember that blast from the past? Highest rated recruit that they had. Played in the McDonald's All-American game the other day. They got other guys coming back. Now, I know they lose Chucky Hepburn, and I know they lose Terrence Edwards, who are both phenomenal. It doesn't change the fact, though, that you look at this team and you look at this roster that they have put together. Listen, I'm going to start doing my way too early top 25 for after the national championship game on Monday. How is this not a top 10 team? I think about that backcourt. Yes, thank you, Producer Matt. Producer Matt just went on a Samardo Samuels deep dive on social media, which good for you. I don't even want to know what you found in that Samardo Samuels deep dive. But bring it up because 3 top 15 transfers according to 24/7 Sports. Also, Mikel Brown Jr., and you have guys coming back from this year's team. Don't have the whole list in front of me. Remember, Ali Khalifa, the transfer from BYU that played for Mark Pope at BYU, he was out this year with injury. Some of the other guys on that team, you go through them. They're going to be bringing back some pieces. Like I said, I know you lost Chucky Hepburn. I know you lost Terrence Edwards. But think about some of the other guys that are going to be back. By the way, correct me if I'm wrong. Javon Hadley, because he's a JUCO kid, has eligibility left, if I'm not mistaken. Was a player, all the JUCO kids are getting another year of eligibility. So Javon Hadley could potentially be coming back. James Scott, I thought James Scott, to me, was one of the revelations of college basketball this year. This is a kid that follows Pat Kelsey from college at Charleston, plays 16 minutes a game last year. He walked into the ACC when Pryor goes down in the Bahamas, just didn't even look like he missed a beat. And so I could go on and on. Louisville, Pat Kelsey, you got your guy. And we talked about it throughout the season. I thought Pat Kelsey would be good. I didn't think he would be this. I did not think Pat Kelsey would be this. This year, what were they? Tied for second in the ACC, where they were 18-2. They went 18-2 in the ACC. I know they lost in round 1 to Creighton, whatever. Creighton was a really good team. But now, to hit the portal and reload the way that they have is incredible to me. By the way, I know other people, other fan bases, they just have a lot of money. Well, guess what? Everybody needs a lot of money. I'm here to tell you, if you're getting kids in this cycle, you have money. By the way, because people are mad at me. Why doesn't my school have this? Why doesn't you have to have money? So don't tell me Louisville has a lot of money. Okay, guess what? So does everybody else that's going to get players. At some point, Kentucky is going to get some players. We'll talk about them. You need money. Indiana got a couple guys over the course of the week. You need money. Kansas, whenever they decide to put together a roster, because they got nobody right now except for Darren Peterson, you need money. So don't tell me it's about money. It's also about spending money, and it's about selling a vision. You think Ryan Conwell, Adrian Woolley, all these guys you see on your screen, you think they didn't have other opportunities? Isaac McNeely was recruited by North Carolina. You think North Carolina doesn't have money? Ryan Conwell recruited by Indiana. You think Indiana doesn't have money? No, it comes down to who these teams are, what they're about. Credit to Louisville, the early runaway winner in the transfer portal.